Alrighty, guys, welcome on in to the latest edition of Even Cleveland No Sports. I'm Josh. That is Dano. It's going to be a pretty simple show today. It's going to be our Cavs, or what I called in a post earlier, our Cavs autopsy show. Obviously, the Cavs swept by the Knicks, and also, games 3 and game 4 were obviously not great. And yesterday, I think it was. The Cavs just kind of lost all fight.
Yeah, they just
Didn't really give a shit.
From the 7:42 mark in game 1, they just disappeared. I know Don said something after game 3 about how, losing that lead in the first game, really shifted momentum of the series. Well, no fucking shit, it did.
Yeah.
I will say that the Knicks were just hot, man, and they just couldn't miss anything. And the Cavs had countless buckets go halfway down, and then come out, and then shit. Mike Breen had a premature bang, pause, but he never does that. Merrill's bucket in the first game was halfway down. There was a couple in games 2, 3, and 4 as well, but yesterday it really got out of hand when they just weren't playing transition defense. And 26 fast break points in the first half is insane. They chipped away, and then boom, another big run by the Knicks, and they just, they got knocked out with the haymaker and didn't fight back. They stayed on the mat.
Yeah, that was obviously disappointing. And also, what I thought was crazy was last night's game, the Cavs were only a 2.5 point dog. And I thought that was pretty wild, because it was either going to be Cavs win or they get blown out by 20 plus.
I know someone on the show took the Knicks minus 15.5.
I did. Now I
should have taken minus 35.5. That'd have been
well, my problem was with what else I bet.
Well,
with
right.
it, but
that is
neither here nor there.
That is fair.
But at least I had one.
Yeah,
I had like 2 right calls out of 8 bets last night.
Hey,
so
that's how it be sometimes.
Yeah, but either way, that was a disappointing game. And then even just game 3, like, you come back home, you gotta just come out hot. And obviously, the shooting was poor this series, of course. Game 1 it was good, but then I think since 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter in game 1, the shooting since then has been or was ass.
So
pretty much, you know what I mean?
So let me ask you this question. I was talking with Edwin actually yesterday,
friend of the
during
show.
the game, and we were, he asked me, he's like, were the Knicks that hot, or are the Knicks that good, or are the Cavs that bad? And a little bit of both, sure, but I think it's more the Cavs just refusing to just show up, let alone. Like I said, the Knicks were hot, and they just went on, what was it, an 18-1 run, an 18-0 run, like a 22-1 run. You can't survive those in the playoffs, specifically against a team like the Knicks that like to run. So, I would lean a little. It's both for sure, but I think I would lean the Cavs were just that bad. There was at no point during that series that they even seemed interested in being there.
Especially after game 1, I think, just blowing that lead with 8 minutes to go in the fourth, whatever it was, obviously killed all momentum. Now there's obviously, if the Cavs were more of a mentally tough team, they could have came back game 2 and won game 2 or something like that. You know what I mean?
But this team is just. I don't want to say this team is soft, but
they are.
They don't.
They're soft. I'll say it.
They get knocked down. They get knocked down, and then they don't get back up.
Yeah.
Right. So how do you fix that? I have a solution. What's yours?
I want to hear your solution.
That's not how this works. I asked you first.
Well, fine. How do I fix this team? With just the mental toughness?
I already know what you're gonna say. It's kind of why I led into this.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I think there's a there's a specific individual on the Cavs team who is very tall, sometimes has a fro,
He always has a fro.
always has a fro. And he had two brilliant games in the playoffs, and then other than that, I don't think he even played, it seemed. But yeah, I would, sorry, Jared Allen, but I would look to get rid of him.
I saw the reason why I brought that up. I saw a trade rumor
Right, mock trade.
a mock trade, yeah, of it was Sadiq Bey and two other Pelicans. I can't remember for Jarrett, and I believe the 29 first round pick. I'll have to search it and look for it. But
does that help the Cavs next year?
Well, yeah. I mean, it also like they're gonna have to free some cap. Because I mean they're the most expensive team. My solution is
Well, all right. So if you're just asking me what I would do next year, I would heavily court LeBron.
yes. The problem is there were talks last week about how he's not interested in playing for a minimum. Granted, it could just be talks to gauge interest of other teams.
Sure.
But
now, I don't know Sure, like what I could be saying. I mean, yeah, there's got to be some sort of money involved. I don't know the whole specifics of as far as contracts, et cetera, et cetera. I would heavily court LeBron because I think he would bring some of that toughness and leadership that is lacking on this team.
yes.
I would look to move probably Jared Allen and Sam Merrill.
You just signed Sam. I
know, but
I didn't understand the amount of money you gave him this offseason.
Well, you got to shred cap somehow.
Yeah,
I understand, like NBA, like the trades and all that. I know you gotta, or if you trade, you gotta match the salary to a certain percentage or whatever.
sure.
But with the Cavs, I mean, if they gotta dump a hell of a lot more because they're over the cap, and then in the first apron, second apron, whatever.
I think you, if you sign Harden,
Yes,
it's got to be low. Like I don't want to sign him. So if the rumor is true that he's seeking 3 years, was it 90 or like 100 million or whatever the number was?
that's a wild number.
I'm fucking good, man.
Yeah,
I'm out. Right. So but also you got to look at Harden. If you are chasing this ring, you're going to need to sacrifice. Look at what Miami did, right? They spent all their money on their three. Ray Allen took a cut.
Are you talking about back for when
LeBron went there? Yeah, Ray Allen took a cut.
Bosh took a cut to sign.
Right. Shane Battier took a cut.
Dwayne Wade probably did.
Well, right. Some point. Yeah. You're going to need to make sacrifices, right? So, he's got a shoe deal. He doesn't need the money.
Yeah, he's doing commercials for. I thought it was Cowsheet, that new app.
Yeah.
I think he was doing spots for that. He's making money elsewhere.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But he played in Texas for a while, so
right.
He should have been able to save some of the money that
he's not
paying for the state tax.
He does frequent a specific type of club, though.
It's true.
Yeah. So he might be spending a lot of money there.
Yeah, well, understandable. I mean, I won't feel bad for him if he goes broke in 10 years after he's out of the league. I neither here nor there, but yeah, I mean, if LeBron needs to sacrifice, if he wants to come back here, Harden does. I mean, you still got to shred caps. I don't know if that would be like a Jared Allen, Sam Merrill package. I don't know what that gets you in return, because I think you would need to get a big man in return in a trade like that, but I don't know who that would be. I would be a big Zubac guy, but I know he
just got traded.
He got traded to Indiana, and I think Indiana's not going to give him up because I think they're gearing up for when Halliburton comes back, and they're probably going to make. I mean, they're going to make another run at the East next year, I bet, with Halliburton and just kind of the retool team that they have or whatnot.
Yeah,
But what is your plan? I'm sorry. Go ahead. The master Dano plan.
Well, my master plan is to con James Harden into signing his $42 million player option, and then just ship him the fuck up. Send him to the Shanghai Sharks for all I fucking care. Just get the fuck off of this roster. Like, everyone wants to be like, oh, we wouldn't have gotten there without him, this, that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm not really entirely sure because I don't think, yeah, he had a good, what was it, game 7? No, game 5 against the Raptors. There's one game he was really, really, really good.
Yes.
Right. But, you know, I was looking up the stats, and he had one game in the finals, or in the conference finals, where he had more assists than he had turnovers. And that was 2 assists to no assists was that game.
Yeah.
But like, your point guard is just turning the ball over. I can live with like 5 turnovers in the game, but the problem is they were back to back to back to back that started these runs.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't get back on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's where the fast breaks come from. At least that's what it was last night. I'm not,
Yeah.
you know, dissecting game film from 1 through 3, but from last night, that's what it was. There was one where he went up, he's arguing. I'll have to show you the video. There are 5 Cavaliers in the paint, right?
When he turns the ball over?
Yeah, with 3 Knicks behind them.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I was talking to Edwin last night too. I was like, I think the most frustrating part of getting our asses handed to us by the Knicks, specifically last night, was it's elementary basketball.
Yeah.
It's pick and rolls. You know, it's give and goes. It's moving the ball around the arc. It's ball movement. It's the stuff you learn on your first or second basketball team when you play organized basketball.
Yeah.
It wasn't fucking rocket science. I think that was the most frustrating part, specifically last night, where it's like, how can you not grasp these simple concepts?
Yeah.
Although I think someone should touch on this real quick. I think someone should call Kenny Atkinson and let him know there's not a game tomorrow. Since, you know, he holds all of his timeouts, number 1.
Yeah.
And then number 2, you know.
I can't believe that was a real quote that he said analytically.
I thought it was fake. And then I saw the actual clip and I'm like, there's no fucking way this man just said that.
Yeah. So obviously, speaking of Kenny Atkinson, so there's a couple pieces of news. Obviously, one of them was Cavs are looking to sign James Harden to an extension of some sort. Now, whether like money wise, I don't think that was reported yet, but Cavs are interested in doing that. Overall, for me, I think I'm okay with that in general. Few caveats is I don't want to see him sign Harden to a 3-year, $100 million deal or something like that. I think that'd be wild. And then the other piece of news was both Kenny Atkinson and Kobe Altman are going to be returning next year, which I think is, I don't say expected. I mean, I'm sure there's some segment of Cavs fans out there that want Atkinson gone because I kind of thought he got outcoached
by Mike fucking Brown.
Yeah, which is.
No, by the way, when did he learn how to call timeouts? Because when he was in Cleveland, he had no fucking clue how to do that.
So when they were both assistants under Steve Kerr.
Makes sense.
I think they were assistants when the Warriors last won the title.
I think so. Atkinson,
was that
for
21?
Sure. Atkinson for sure was.
Was it 21?
But I think Mike Brown was with the Kings. He definitely won a title as an assistant with the Warriors, though.
Mike Brown.
Yeah.
What year was that when they won? They last won? Because I thought Mike Brown and Atkinson were both assistants there. Because they were assistants there at the same time.
Pretty sure it was 21
or 19
or
22.
I think it was 22
when they beat the Heat when they were the 8th seed.
No. They beat the Celtics.
Who beat the Heat in the finals?
That was the bubble. That was the Lakers.
Okay, either way. But it's probably where Mike Brown kind of just knew what to expect from Atkinson. But so my question was going to be, do you think that's the right move, bringing Atkinson back for his 3rd year?
Yes. Reluctantly, yes.
Yeah.
You don't want to blow it up too quickly. I mean, Coach of the Year last year, you know. This year, I mean, they fought a lot of injury. I I just, yeah, I don't, again, like a super reluctant, yeah. Now, if they get off to like a slow start next year, so what I think a lot of people are not talking about is there's actually two people I want to mention in particular. I think the loss of Jordan Ott on that bench last year was massive because I believe he's the head coach of the Suns now, correct?
Sounds right.
And two, I always want to call him Johnny Mitchell because he looks just like fucking Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Johnny
Bryant.
Thank you, Johnny Bryant. I think I wouldn't be surprised if he's leading the Blazers next year, or the Magic, or the Mavs just fired J Kidd. So I mean, I think he's going to be at the top of a lot of people's list, and I think that's going to be another big loss if he takes a head coaching spot.
Yeah, because I was talking to a couple other people about just Atkinson because the basis was obviously getting swept, and in the manner they got swept is not great, or it's not a great look on the coach. And I kind of said, I'm like, listen, like it technically wasn't up, or I guess it was technically a better season than last year because you made it around further in the playoffs. And also, it's almost harsh to fire a coach that got you to the conference finals, that kind of thing. But
Knicks fired fucking Thibodeau.
What was brought up in that conversation was the Knicks fired Thibodeau last year.
Thibodeau got fired for less.
Well, they lost it was conference finals last year, right?
Well, I mean, like his team actually showed up.
Yeah. And then obviously, then they hire Mike Brown, and then they make it to the finals. But I think the East was overall, I think it was pretty weak.
I think that's the frustrating part was this was a window to at least get to the finals.
Yeah.
You know, because the Sixers somehow got the Celtics out of your way. Right? The Magic helped you out in a sense of it. They took the Pistons to 7.
Yeah.
Not that I was ever worried about the Pistons, but you know.
Yeah, but also, I mean, that was like the other half of the Eastern Conference, though.
Right.
Bracket wise. I mean, you just had to worry about the Knicks, and then obviously not great because just for whatever reason, we're not a good matchup for the Knicks, I don't think.
Ever. Fun fact, by the way, not really a fun fact, but a fact.
Yeah.
The Cavs have never beaten the Knicks in a playoff series.
That's sweet.
So as long as we can keep getting the Raptors, the Pistons, the Magic,
yeah,
we're good.
Yeah. Now, also, I think Jason Kidd got fired before this. He got fired after last season, so he didn't coach the Mavs this year. But so in the same conversation I'm referring to, so I asked this particular individual, I was like, well, who do you want? Who would you want if you get rid of Atkinson? And then he said, J Kidd. Actually, maybe he did coach this year. Before he got
I
fired.
swear he did.
Now that I'm thinking of it. Or he got fired midway through the year?
Carry on, keep going.
Like J Kidd or Jamal Mosley. Because I think he got a raw deal with the Magic.
He really did. I mean, if they don't blow that. Well, Jamal Mosley went to the Pels.
Well, I know, like he already got swooped up or whatnot. So, I mean.
Yeah, he coached this year.
Okay. That seems like a long time ago now at the end of the regular season. But anywho, a couple of those guys I think would have been a decent replacement or whatnot. But yeah, I mean.
They fired him May 19th.
That was right. What?
I was about to say, they literally just fired him.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
So I thought I remember seeing that.
I'm thinking of someone else then last year. Neither here nor there. But yeah, I mean, I think overall, to answer my own question, I think it's fine. We'll see. Like, if they get off to a slow start,
I think they'll do what they did to Ty Lue, where Ty Lue, I think, started what, like 1-7.
Yeah.
See you, bye.
They were like, "Hey, we don't want to fire you per se. We're not going to say we fired you to the public, but."
So let me finish real quick the question that I posed to you.
Yes.
Okay. A little tongue in cheek, half serious, half not serious. Just tossing it out there. I mentioned this to you the other day.
Yeah. Before Austin, yeah, that was my bad. I was thinking of someone else because he said he coached this year. But go ahead.
Harden, extend him or make him This is player option, right?
Yeah.
Ship him to Dallas. Bring Kyrie back. Okay. You know where I'm going with it.
Sign LeBron, sign Kevin Love.
Sign LeBron, sign K Love. Just bring the fucking vibes back, man. Kev can just sit at the very end of the bench. I don't care. Bring him here for the vibes. That's all I want. Bring Kyrie back for the vibes. I bet you if you go get Kyrie and you go get Kev, I think you can talk Brown into taking less money. And you're shedding $42 million of Harden's contract at that point.
Yeah. Well, what's Kyrie's deal?
Probably around there, I guess, now that I say that out loud. But yeah, but then, that could in turn change to your get rid of JA.
I'm looking up the Mavericks roster. So fill a bus for me real quick.
So I mean, who says no to that? Because if we talk about it, so I know I've talked about it a bunch. Number 0 needs to be up in the rafters, right next to 23, and I think number 2 needs to be as well. Because, I mean, you got to retire Kyrie's jersey number, no? As a Cav? I think you do. I don't think that's out of the question. I think it should be. Fuck yeah, Austin. Bring back Tristan too. Fuck it. Every active Cav. You know what? Fuck it. RJ. You can be the new we'll move AC to the side. You can call the games on FanDuel Network.
That's funny. A trade to the Mavs, so you get Kyrie and then Derek Lively.
It's not going to work financially.
You trade Harden, JA, and Sam Merrill.
I mean, I do that in a fucking heartbeat.
For Kyrie and then either Gafford or Derek Lively.
I would prefer Gafford personally.
Because he's a smaller
big, yeah.
Quote unquote smaller.
I think you're hard pressed.
They list him 6'10".
I think you're hard pressed to get Lively just because of how young he is. And he's a good compliment to him and Coop in the front court. I mean, that's going to be great.
A solid front.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. So
and then if you obviously have him next to Mobley, I think that's solid.
I'm going to say this, and I know it's going to piss a lot of people off.
You're not going to, don't say what.
Specifically Austin. I don't think it's going to piss him off, but we did talk about this.
Would it piss off the third member of our team?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
Oh, you're not going
I'm going the other way that you think I'm going to go.
Okay.
I'm not about trading Ev for Giannis.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to bring up Scotty.
No.
And then I would have gotten pissed off.
No, I don't think that shrinks your window even smaller because you only basically at that point have like a 1 year. I mean, I guess it depends on the roster construction of it, but
Giannis and sign LeBron.
I mean, yeah, if you go and get LeBron, yeah, cool. But you literally have 1 year.
It's this year.
Yeah,
it's next season.
That's literally it. So that's where you got to be careful, right? So now, if you build more around like your role players, like say you upgrade Craig Porter Jr., right? Say you upgrade Dean Wade. Mm-hmm. So and I'm not talking massive upgrades. I'm talking just like a little bit of a tick, right? Mm-hmm. If you tweak the roster to that, sure. But you're selling out. And if you don't win the title, you're instantly in rebuild mode.
Yeah, because if you
don't win, have to be sure.
Because Don would be a free agent and Giannis would be a free agent in 27, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Or the summer of 27?
Yeah.
And then LeBron would retire. And then if you had just signed Harden to, let's say, a 1-year deal, then he'd be a free agent. And then you traded Ev.
But the problem with the rebuild is you have no fucking draft picks.
Yeah.
So you literally have to start trading guys for draft picks, or find diamonds in the rough, a la the Knicks, where they found forgot his name. Looks like he owns a Metro PCS. Fucking dude that hits all the threes. Shamit.
Yes.
Shamit, McBride.
Yes.
They found all these guys. They didn't draft them, they found them. So like, I don't know. I'm not sold on the Giannis fact strictly based off of the fact that your window is airtight, right?
It's 1 year.
It's 1 year, exactly.
And then you can't even trade them unless you get sign-in trades. But I don't know how that.
And that's
I
a
know-
lot of and that's
I
a
know
lot
how
of
that-
moving parts.
Like I know how that works, but I don't know how it works.
And we got that to work last time when Kev came because we had the number 1 pick and we drafted Andrew Wiggins and we're like, just fucking take him, give us Kev. You know, we don't have anything like that.
Unless we hit the lottery. But even then, I mean, we still have first round picks, but then it'd still be not in the lottery.
Right. You'd have to trade for a lottery pick.
Yeah. Nobody on our team is worth a lottery.
I wouldn't say nobody, but no one you're going to be willing to like part ways with. Without.
Well, I just mean like summer of 27, where let's say Giannis and Don are free agents and all that. Like we can't trade them unless we do a sign and trade for someone for some team in the lottery or something like that. But even then, I mean, it's iffy. But we'll see what happens though. But Austin said, "You're not wrong. I go back and forth constantly. It just gets so frustrating." Which, yeah, Austin, I agree. But you know,
like I said, if you can construct the roster in a way that you're just not going to be completely depleted if you don't win the finals, sure. But I don't see the way that the salary cap is currently set up for the Cavs. I just don't see a way in which that could happen. You're gonna have to improve the players that you currently have on your roster while shaving money, which it's just not feasible.
yeah.
You can maybe get one lucky trade like that, but you're not going to be able to retool the whole roster that way.
Yeah, I mean they just have to get creative deal, I guess.
Right.
Similar to how they got JA.
Right. They need to somehow piggyback off of a massive blockbuster trade in the offseason. Maybe it's even a Giannis trade, not to the Cavs.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe they do something like that.
Where Giannis gets traded to Dallas, let's say.
Just randomly get Cooper Flag.
I wouldn't say
I
Cooper
know,
Flag.
I
I was
know,
more going
I know.
the Kyrie Derek Lively route.
Right.
And we don't have to give up Mobley.
I would again. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be a Dallas Mavericks talking head here,
Mm-hmm.
but in my eyes, I think he's as close to untouchable as anybody not named Cooper Flag on that roster.
Kyrie.
No, Lively.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
I think Kyrie's for sure gone because he's the last player on that roster from the Cuban J Kid.
And their GM who got shit.
Nico.
Canner.
Thank you. Yeah.
Nico
Harrison.
Harrison.
Whatever. Dude's never gonna see a front office ever again. Doesn't matter. We can just forget his name.
Yeah.
But
Trading Luka's not great.
yeah.
But they
For
get
AD and then you flip AD.
for Chris Middleton
Is that what it was?
to the Wizards, right?
Yeah. I really don't remember.
And
who that
maybe a
was.
draft pick or two. But then also, I mean, I think NBA kind of here's Cooper Flag.
Right. That's exactly what happened.
But yeah, we can. Or actually, last question. I kind of said it a little bit, but for the Cavs, just kind of end the Cavs talk for tonight. All in all things considered, do you think it was a good season?
So I'm gonna kind of split hairs here.
Sure.
This might not make sense, but I would say it was a successful season.
Okay.
But I don't think it was a good season.
I mean, they hit what would have been the expectations for the year, getting to the conference.
And that's kind of my point, but boy did they fucking limp into it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, on paper you should beat the Raptors in 5. On paper, in my eyes, you should have beaten the Pistons in 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Right? And you just take them all to 7. So that didn't help the case. Where I think I saw something, they played 3 straight weeks of every other game, every other day or something like that. Again, successful, sure, on paper, but I don't think it was a good season.
It definitely doesn't seem like a good season because of how it ended.
Well, and like last year, I would
smoked sorry, you get smoked in 3 of the 4 games.
Last year, I would say the opposite. I think it was a good season, but it wasn't a successful season because you won the 60 plus games,
64.
64, 65, whatever it
Yeah.
was. You're rolling, but then boom, Darius goes down game 2 against the Heat in the first round.
Yeah.
And then Ev wasn't healthy, and then Levert wasn't healthy, and then you just started losing. You were healthy all fucking season, and then you started losing guys at the wrong time.
You lose guys and you get through Miami and then you get like pretty much smoked by the Pacers.
Right.
So I mean last year against the Pacers and then the Knicks when they kind of played a little bit more up tempo, which they're not really an up tempo team.
Right.
Per se. But I mean the Cavs just don't do well against up tempo teams, I don't think.
No, they don't. And I mean that clearly shows because so the difference last year was we hung our hat on our defense.
Yeah.
And this year we hung our hat on our 3-point shooting.
Yes.
And boy, did that disappear at the wrong fucking time, huh?
Definitely the shooting.
Yeah.
For sure. I think defensively, for the most part, Cavs were good.
They were above average, yes, but they weren't elite like they were last year.
Yeah. And then obviously there were stretches in certain games in the playoffs where, defense was
just non-existent.
Yeah. But yeah. So we can end the Cavs talk for now. But so I have a question about the Browns for you, if you're interested.
Sure.
There were some kind of just random things I saw about the Browns last couple of days on social media. Joey Bosa is still a free agent. Would you mind the Browns taking a flyer on him this year?
I mean, vet min, yeah, why not?
I mean, like I don't necessarily care about the money per se because it's not mine. But
right. But I mean,
but like 1 year, $6 million, 5-6 million for an extra pass rusher. He comes in, he has a good year. I mean, he's opposite Myles Garrett. Yeah. And there's still like Alex Wright. I like Alex Wright, like on the D line. And then you still have Mason Graham. Hopefully Malik Collins comes back healthy, especially for the Browns D line.
I mean, fuck it. I mean, I think there's still other issues to address on the roster than an extra pass rusher. But, I wouldn't mind it if the price is right. I mean, if he sits out there long enough and you're just be like, I mean, we got a check for you. He's not going to say no.
Yeah. I don't think the Browns should sign him like a 1 year, $40 million. I think.
Well, no. Yeah. Absolutely not.
But like a vet, I mean, $3-4 million.
I would be fine with that.
Couple incentives.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. Yeah. I still think they need someone to go fucking catch the ball. It's still the top priority. But you drafted a couple guys, sure. Yeah, but
why are you hating? Why are you hating on the receivers already?
Well, I'm just saying. I will say it did look like Jerry Jeudy was wearing fucking Evan Mobley's jersey last night. But but they got to get rid of Jeudy. I mean, trade him for a cup of soup at this point. Just get him the fuck off this roster, man.
Like a 3-year, 4-year. I'm trying to look up the. Oh Jesus Christ!
Cap situation.
No, just the depth on the D line, real quick. Oh, there we go. Current roster. Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, fuck it. I'll take a flyer on him. I'm not taking a double-digit $1 million flyer on him, though.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, just have Isaiah McGuire, Alex Wright, Garrett, obviously. Who knows? We'll see if Spencer Fano's brother, Logan, if he sticks on the team. He's a pretty, I don't want to say freak athletically, but he's a big fucking dude.
He's a large man that runs quickly.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. So next thing, did you see the World Cup roster get announced?
I did. For me, not really any surprises.
For the U.S. men's national team, of course.
Yeah. For me, not too many surprises. Really, if any.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you were going to get McKinney and Pulisic on the roster, but for me, I saw something that like they were doing like the surprise in and outs, and the surprise in was Reyna, and I'm like, how the fuck is that a surprise? He's
because he's
arguably one of their best players.
talent-wise, yes.
Yes. But you're right. He does kind of get in his own way.
His club situation the last 4 years has been not great because he hasn't found a club yet that he's played regular. Now he was at Borussia Dortmund for the last 6-7 years, whatever it was, and then he moved on to another German Bundesliga team. I think played 22 times, so he got a little bit of game time in. But a lot of people during a World Cup year, you want to play a lot
As much as you can for
so
conditioning and shit, yeah.
Conditioning, so you are in good form heading into the tournament. My biggest omission, if you will. Now, also, I don't know if he so this guy Tanner Tessman, he plays for Lyon in France, and he's one of the best central midfielders the U.S. can throw out there. Now, he got injured, I think, the second or third to last game for the club this year. And the initial reports was he was going to be okay, but I don't know if they did some more testing and he wasn't going to be okay. Or Pochettino, the manager for the U.S., was just kind of afraid of bringing him in. So if he isn't fit and injured, like he can't play a part, and then that's just a waste of
wasted roster spot, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, was it Aiden Morris?
Aiden Morris was another one.
Yeah.
From, plays for Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
In England, yeah. Former Columbus Crew.
Yep. It's honestly the only reason I know him.
Yeah. He was another one where some fans were like, why are you taking him over Sebastian Berhalter and Christian Rodon? Because those are going to be your two backup central mids. And then also somebody else, Johnny Cardoso, who plays for Atletico Madrid. He was another one who was a very talented central midfielder for the U.S., but also I think he's injured as well. He got hurt in one of the last games for Atletico Madrid. So just unlucky just with the central midfield injuries. And then Tyler Adams, he's in the team. He was going to play because he was fit the last couple, like the last month or so for his team, Bournemouth. So, I mean, he was going to play, but he's injury prone. So you need somebody else in the team with a similar skill set, so you can kind of give Tyler Adams, so he doesn't have to play 90 minutes for, like U.S. wants to get to the quarterfinals. That's 6 games right there to get to the quarterfinals. So,
yeah, I kind of had some high hopes. But watching, granted, they're friendlies, and it is what it is. You're trying stuff out, but they have not looked good against subpar competition in their international friendlies. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Sure. I mean, I'm excited for it. It starts June 9th, I think it is.
I believe in Mexico, no?
Mexico plays the first game of the tournament.
Yeah.
At the Estadio Azteca. I can't remember who they play. I think they play Bosnia.
That sounds right.
Either way. Or does Canada play? Neither here nor there. But no, I'm excited that World Cup's going to be a great tournament. I'm going to be excited to do a World Cup preview for the channel.
June 9th. No. Oh, these are friendlies. Just kidding. Carry on.
All right.
I'm still looking for it.
It's all good. Well, I was going to change the subject to the last topic I was going to talk about.
Okay. If you give me 2 seconds, I got you.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, so I'll filibuster. So Mexico plays the first game, and then
South Africa.
That's okay.
And then South Korea plays Chechnya.
Is that on June 9th?
11th.
June 11th. So the USA plays the 12th then?
I already closed it.
That's all right. No,
I'm sure they close. Them in Canada play the 12th and the 13th. Would be my assumption.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
So last thing I was going to talk about, obviously, I will be there for most of the week at the Division III Baseball Championships, which are again in Eastlake this year. It's going to be the last year that they'll be here in Eastlake, and it's going to be an exciting time. So, just for the viewers, the final 8 in one group, it's going to be the number 1 seed Denison, 4th seed Johns Hopkins, but they are returning to Eastlake because they were at the tournament last year. 5th seed Baldwin Wallace, so like a very local school.
team.
Yeah, very
Super
local.
local.
And then the 8th seed East Texas Baptist, and then in the other group, you got the 2 seed Rowan, 3 seed Salisbury, 6 seed Endicott, which is they've been to Eastlake all 3 years now, and then the 7th seed Adrian, which is a small college. They're in Michigan. It's like actually 15 minutes from the Ohio border, and about maybe like 20 minutes west of Ann Arbor, I think. So it's still like very close to Ohio border. Just telling people where.
I'm saying Ann Arbor's or.
I agree, but I'm just telling people where it is, man. Fucking. I don't know. You're gonna be there.
In some capacity, yes. I can't say how much or when.
No, I know, but I'll be there for a lot of it, and then I'll be joined by good friend of the show, Tito. You'll be there with me. We'll have a lot of great coverage. Starts Friday. Friday is going to be an all day affair, 10 a.m. to probably 10, 11 p.m. when the last game of day one starts. So that'll be a good time. Got anything else?
I don't.
Oh, I got one more thing. My Vegas Golden Knights going for the sweep tonight against the Avalanche.
Go Avs.
I know, but it was so Game 3 was crazy. So I was somewhere watching the game.
I was half watching it in the corner of the bar that I was at. Because I was watching whatever other basketball game was on, and
It's probably the Spurs.
yeah, and just kept looking up, and I feel like the score just kept changing.
Well, the first period, Colorado was up 3-0.
Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking about last night. I'm thinking about the Canadians.
Oh, the Canadian Sabres.
Yeah.
Or sorry, Hurricanes.
Hurricanes, yeah. Yeah, I looked up, it was like 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2.
No, that game was crazy. And then
Yeah.
Carolina, they won that in overtime.
Yeah.
And then, so like the Vegas game on Sunday night, that was wild. They were down 3-0. And then I think it was 3-2 going into the third. And then they came all the way back and eventually won 5-3.
Didn't what's his name get hurt for the Avs?
McKinnon?
Thank you, yeah.
He did, but he came back.
Okay. Well, I got the notification that he had gotten hurt. I'm like, oh, well, they're
Yeah.
cooked.
Well, then also, I mean, their star defenseman, Cale Makar, he missed the first 2 games. And he played very well. Like, the Avs obviously missed them. But it was great, obviously, for me being a Vegas fan, winning the first 2 games. And I knew Colorado was going to come back with, like, they were going to go to Vegas game 3 and just come out and actually have a will and fight to get back into the series. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, Golden Knights they're playing really well right now. And they're going to make hopefully they're going to make the Stanley Cup final again.
Such a bandwagoner.
How am I a bandwagon fan?
Because you just like you like teams that are good, that aren't local. Stop it. That aren't local. Yeah. I said not local.
Guardians. I mean, both my soccer teams this year suck.
Mine's okay.
Sign us off. Had enough of your shit.
Remember, folks, I'm not Martin.
All right. To everyone who watched and commented, Austin, thanks for hanging out with us. Edwin, appreciate you as well. We will be back next time. And then hopefully Martin's alive, but he's just busy tonight.
Oh, he did. He responded to you?
No, I'm just saying it.
Oh.
I was just covering for him. But
Get well, Martin.
Thanks for blowing that. But then like I said, I will be with Tito, good friend of the show, on Friday for the Division III baseball championships in Eastlake. So looking forward to that as well.